Alright, just stand there. Sit a little bit closer.
Oh. Wow.
Alright.
All right.
Now, pull the
There
other.
you go. And then go from the other way. Here we go. Hey, man.
What's going on, guys? My name is Mitch Robs, and today we're going to be doing another video going over another trap, and that trap today is going to be the floor freeze trap. Now, most people don't know this, and in fact I haven't come across a single person that's really noticed this, but there's a directionality component to a floor freeze trap. So today we're going to be going over exactly how a floor freeze trap works and the best methods to use them and the best perks and stuff like that, as well as we're going to be going over like how it fits into Twine Endurance. So if you guys like this type of content, leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to my channel, as well as consider commenting down below what trap you'd like me to cover next or anything like that, as well as join my Discord and follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Alright, so let's talk about exactly how floor freeze traps work. So floor freeze traps, let's cover facts. So what does a floor freeze trap do? When a husk or any kind of thing walks over it, it freezes the husk. Now, how does that freeze work? Well, it is impact based. So if you don't know what an impact is in Fortnite, it's basically an arbitrary number as they scale in power level that you have to break with your trap so that they're able to be stunned by like crowd control. So freeze traps are impact based, but when they're frozen, husks take 1.25 times more damage than they normally would. So if you're hitting with 100 damage on a gas trap, you're hitting up for 125 when they're frozen. Now, let's talk about perks real quick. If you have Effect or if you have no Effect duration on your floor freeze trap, it's going to freeze them for 4 seconds. And if you have an Effect duration, it freezes them for 5 seconds. Also, little weird facts, like wall launchers do damage to husks when they're frozen and stuff like that. And the other thing we're going to be talking about is the directionality of floor freeze traps. And I'm going to give you guys a little proof of stuff like this. Alright, so let's figure out how to place these. Alright, there's one really specific easy way to do this, and that's to figure out which direction you want to actually push the husk. So say theoretically I want to push them towards our home base, right? So we have our floor here, right? So they're walking this way and you want to push them backwards. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to look directly the opposite direction of our home base. So we're going to look to the west. We're going to pull out our freeze trap. We're going to look straight down from here. What this will do is when they come this way, they'll get pushed backwards. So the way you place it like that, and you'll see that these are in line, so it tells you if they push them this way or this way, so you have a general idea. But the way you place it is the way that the husks will get pushed, like the opposite way. So by me looking this way and placing it down like this, they'll get pushed backwards. So if I were to look this way and look down, they would get pushed this way. If I were to look this way, look down, they would get pushed this way. If I were to look this way and look down, they would get pushed back behind me. Now for this first box, we'll have it so the husks get staggered backwards. So they'll get staggered to the left, just to prove there's a directionality component. So as you saw, he got staggered to the left. And this next one, we're going to have the trap flip-flopped and he's going to get staggered to the right. So he should get pushed into the wall. Yet they're still going the same direction. In terms of walking. So depending on how you place your floor freeze trap, they'll get more space to the wall. So in this next example, we're going to see how it's affected with 3 freeze traps in a row. So we'll have them pushed to the right, so we want them to get staggered backwards to the direction they want to go for this particular tile. So we'll see that it'll freeze them once, twice on the second one, and they'll get pushed back the way they were against. They'll get hit a third time, and then finally they'll get hit a 4th time for 4 times during this 3 freeze trap chain, right? And you'll see that when we place it the opposite direction, we won't get that, right? So we got 4 uses out of the freeze traps right there. On this next clip, we're going to orient our drop traps so that we actually push the husks forward in the tunnel, and you'll see the difference it makes. So we got him frozen once, and you'll see he makes a lunge forward. He won't get hit again by the same freeze trap, so you're only going to get 1 use out of these freeze traps per freeze trap. And that's a pretty big deal, right? Because we were getting 4 out of the last one. That's stunning them for 5 whole more seconds or 6 more seconds, where we're able to get 6 more seconds worth of damage out of our damaging traps. Let's test this with a Husky Husk. The main thing with this is we're pushing them the correct direction backwards, and this Husky Husk quite literally cannot, and I repeat, cannot get past the freeze traps. It's kind of crazy, and it was shocking to me the first time I saw this. And you literally won't have Huskies get past the freeze trap if it's placed the right direction with 2 reload speed. Now let's talk about how the impact and knockback perk can actually affect these freeze traps, right? So as we'll see in this clip, the Husk gets stunned a lot, about the same rate as the no impact ones, but he gets knocked back a little bit further. I can't visibly notice it with just regular like in mission, but as you'll see, we get him stunned about 7 times in this clip, but we were getting it 6 to 7 times consistently where we were stunning the Husk. So the impact and knockback does stuff, even if you can't really notice it with the eye test. But as you'll see, the Husk gets hit 6 or 7 times. So that really affects our determination on what perks we want to use and when we want to use them, right? Because if we can get 6 uses out of a freeze trap, that's sick. With the 3 impacts placed the wrong way, we'll see that we're actually still getting 3 freezes. So 1 on the first trap, 1 on the second trap, and 1 on the third trap. But he's getting launched pretty far into almost to the next trap. So he'll get frozen about halfway through, and he'll get sent almost to the next trap. So you don't want Husks lurching forward past your traps. You want them sent backwards, and you'll see that you get about 3/4 of a tile gain from having your Husk launch forward versus backward. Now, this next clip is what I think showcases the power of this, like tremendously, right? So this first Husky, right, is only going to get hit by this freeze trap, and he's just going to continuously take damage from this gas trap, right? So we're going to actually be able to kill this Husky Husk with 1 trap, with 1 freeze trap and 1 gas trap. We're going to see that this one is going to die off, and we're going to actually pull another one in the same clip of the same exact type of Husky, same mission. This is a 160 mission. That's a 0 impact floor freeze trap. And we're going to pull another Husk into there as well. So we see that one died, and we're going to pull the other one, right? And we had them in a box just constantly freezing them because they can't hit the wall. So why not? So we're going to pull him all the way over there, and we're going to take him the opposite direction to show you guys that there's no tricks or anything to this, that he'll get launched forward to the right now once he gets frozen. So as we can see, Lion will go off to the right there. He'll take damage from the gas trap, and he'll take more because of the freeze, but he'll get launched forward. See, now he's about 7/8 of the way through the gas trap, or through the freeze trap, and he'll get launched forward again. Now he's out of the freeze trap. Now let's take something out of this. What are the perks that we're going to be using on our floor freeze traps, right? So what do I recommend? So if you're a high trap durability player, I suggest for missions you have a 3 impact, 2 times reload speed, and increased building or effect duration, right? Why that? Well, because if you saw it, you're getting 6 uses on a Husk running through 3 of them versus the 4. As well as a 0 impact I would use for endurance, solely because you get the durability out of it instead of all the impact on it. So you'd have all durability, 2 times reload speed, effect duration. So those are my 2 trap recommendations. Now let's see how it applies to Twine. With this knowledge in hand, let's go around the Twine base and let's talk theoretically what's going to make the builds better, right? So theoretically, I would have these freeze traps right here pushing out towards spawn, or you could push them back this way, but I have them facing out towards spawn. So this one and this one right here are about out towards spawn. We're going to go all the way over here because these are actually important, these ones in this trap tunnel. I would suggest having these ones up here all facing so that you're going to be pushing them back into this corner, all these freeze traps. Instead of them getting launched forward half a tile, they get launched backwards half a tile, and the drop traps are going to help push them back as well. On this ramp, honestly, it doesn't matter. I have them coming down like this, and it keeps a lot of the Husks on this ramp. And they also get stun locked here, so these go backwards. Same thing for this little freeze trap area. I just have them going all backwards. Simple enough. Now, this is where I haven't fixed them yet on Devil. They should be fairly accurate, but I haven't fixed them yet, so they might be out of whack. I'll just give you guys a good direction for them. But in general, you just want them all going backwards, right? So you want all of these facing towards spawn, right? Because if a Husky walks here, they're just going to get perpetually frozen, and the drop traps will push them back to spawn. Alright? So all of these go back towards spawn. These don't really matter, they just need an increased build health. They're there for that. I don't think there's any freeze traps over here on Devil West. And I want to say there's one. Yeah, there's definitely one on Pit. It's right here, and I would just have this going back towards spawn. Okay. On Bridge, I had them placed correctly before I did the update. I need to upgrade that, lol. But I would have this floor freeze trap facing backwards, so pushing them into the sound wall. This one pushing them into this wall light, and this one pushing them back as well, towards this wall light. You could even face this one backwards towards the wall light, just so they don't make as much room, or make as much space. This one, this floor freeze trap, just pushing them backwards. This floor freeze trap pushing them backwards. And I think that's all the floor freeze traps on this area. So let's keep going on amp by amp. I want to say there's no floor freeze traps on Devil, or on Hill West. On Hill South, there might be one. Let's go check. Okay, so there is one. This one, honestly, I would face it going backwards towards the east and pushing them down this hill. But honestly, it doesn't matter too much. I would just face it towards the hill. Now, there is a freeze trap up here. Honestly, doesn't matter which direction. I don't think there's any floor freeze traps in this area. There is one right here, and you just want it pushing back towards this little lava bomb, so they have to take a step further. We're going to go to Valley now. These are two that I have differently placed, and honestly, I would just push them back towards spawn. So this one facing toward the south, this one facing towards the south, pushing them that way. Now these are actually important for the build, these freeze traps. I'd have this one going back to spawn, this one going back to spawn, these pushing them to the west, this one, and this one. This pushing towards the south, this pushing towards the south. This one, I would have them push towards the south. Or, I mean, I guess you could have it to where like they get frozen here and get pushed back this way. So they get hit by the wall launcher, but either one works. Okay. That should be all the freeze traps here. There's actually an important one on, what's this called? Beach. There is one right up here, right? And it's funny, because one of the people that was helping me test actually noticed his was doing this. This one should be faced, pushing him back towards the east. He had 3 or 4 Huskies just getting frozen right here and just stuck here. This is 4 lobbers, but I mean, that's a cool secondary effect, that the Huskies just get stuck here. So we're not complaining there. And we're going to go to ramp real quick. Ramp is really important, actually, that they're the right way. I actually suggest you have them facing towards the east, like you're pushing them back this way. Now, you might ask why. Why is it so important in this? Well, in this jail, if you're pushing them towards the west, right? Think about it, they're all getting pushed up against this wall, and there's more opportunities for them to phase, because it matters about the amount of husks in one area. So you'll actually get less phasing, because they'll all get pushed back towards this wall and have to walk over here first, and they're going to hit by a CC trap by then. But that should be all of them in here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope you guys can put this technique to good use. If you guys like this kind of content, leave a like on the video, consider subscribing to my channel, as well as comment down below what other stuff you guys want to see on my channel. Alright, thank you guys so much. Follow me on Twitter, follow my Twitch, join my Discord, you guys know the works. Peace.